is. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what we do. So, I'm back. I'm sure Mr. Von Savage up in it. But what we talking about is this story. It goes, Judah's revenge. Young girl resists slavery by killing the Massa's children. That sounds pretty interesting. I'm not even gonna lie. So we quick before we get into the Patreon. Come on, y'all. Join me for the Keep It P podcast because I'm sure you know what it is. Let's go.
Music TV. Music TV.
And this Keep It P podcast witnesses, and indeed we show how could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I am not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. That's the reason why I bust down the articles the way that I do. And what's up with you too, Tia Mama Boo, in the head nows for show. Let me get this story started. I want you to go ahead and hit that like button. Help with the algorithms. Then also make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notifications. Then you could too be alerted each and every time we decide to go live. So it says, history is messy. It is tangled, full of contradictions, moments of contingency, and it is at times brutal. This is especially true size the experiences and a woman within the lenses of race and sex. They go with the sex and racism. Sex is because they were women, not because they were black talk. It says come back with me to early November 1834. Sobria Plantation, located in now Oxon Hill, Maryland, and the site of the popular shopping outlet National Harbor. I will tell you about a 14-year-old girl named Judah. She didn't have a last name, who was enslaved there. Depending upon who you ask, Judah is either a tragic hero or a depraved monster for what she did while her master and his wife were away from the house that Thursday night. So notice that they had to put in the opinion that they want y'all to know. She's the monster. No, that is right, depending upon who you ask, because I would venture to say that hold on, let me see if I can get another layout here. Yeah, there we go. All right, just so y'all see me and we can connect. You know what I'm saying? No, let me go back to that one. Like that one, but anyway, hold on. I forgot I was reading. It goes on to say, according to the local person from the Alexandria Gazette, the Episcopal Recorder, Maryland State Senator Dr. John H. Bain and his wife returned home to find their two sons, John and George, 5 and 7 years old, suddenly seized and vomiting with thirst. The brother successful Dr. Bain, who owned 70 slaves, poison. Well, they probably were. She's only a hero. She's a hero. Only white people will say otherwise. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. She's a hero. It's the autopsy. The autopsy was conducted, and on the boys, the chemical analysis of the content detected more than 2 grains of arsenic in the system. The news report, which referred to Judah as colored servant girl, said that she was interrogated by several people and confessed to her guilt. She said that she had taken the poison from the master's shop and put it in the rice and milk, which was the children's supper, according to the Gazette. Judah had more confess about other crimes she had committed against Bain family going back when she was only 12 years old. Earlier, Judah had tried to burn down her master's house, but the fire was early and it was distinguished. But the Gazette pointed out that it continued. Horrible to relate, she also related that she poisoned about years ago an infant of 7 months old, daughter of the same unhappy couple. Then in her arms, which child died suddenly in devotion close to cholera. Oh, so she was all type of kids. She was getting there. And you see what? So they would say, now look at the dichotomy that she wrong because she decided about the bad situation that she was in. You see that? It said this is exactly the kind of revenge that needs to be mirrored if anyone harms your child. You're darn Skippy. Say it again for the people in the back who wasn't really listening. But it says the reporter is silent about Judah's emotional reactions and words. You can picture that scene: a 12-year-old holding a dead holding it in the arms that she killed, and then hanging the baby over the parents who she died by common infant sickness. When asked, she to burn down her master's house and kill his 3 children, the answer was she could tell. She could not tell. Centuries in history have taught us to be suspicious of interrogations and confessions. They elicit when white folks are telling the truth. There are vitriolic black folks while simultaneously muting their truths. Warrior class. She was real smart. She was getting at them. It said the Gazette reporter ended the news piece by saying, what makes those deeds more atrocious, it's not atrocious, is that she's the only rotten family of excellent servants and a kind of master interest. So you saying like she was the only one that didn't clap back at y'all? So that okay. So the other families was cool with that, but because she's the grain, that's why y'all giving it to her. Cool. It says excellent servants, a kind of indulgent master and mistress. Records from the Maryland State Archives revealed that Dr. Kane wrote ads offering hundreds of dollars for the return of slaves who had abandoned from his and indulgence. How exactly do you indulge in a slave? That's BS. There wasn't no kind of indulgence. I'm willing to say that he was probably the one inhumane. That is a cover-up, and that's a joke. That's a WS joke. Like he was kindness, indulgent. Yeah, he was probably starving. Yeah, if y'all never seen a movie called most people was watching Tyler Perry's Boo when this came out. But if y'all ever seen Nate Parker's Birth of the Nation, y'all gotta see that movie. It busts some ugly truths. Also, if y'all really want to be tripped out, see what they used to do and methods on how they used to maintain slaves on a plantation. A movie called Goodbye Uncle Tom. And I swear it is the wildest movie you want to see. It's about the plantation, how they used to talk, what they used to do, how they used to act, their mindsets. It's eerily, it's made in documentary style. It is actually a movie, but it's made in documentary style. And, so they going in and stuff, but it looks too real is the thing. But anyway, I digress. It says the blah 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 slave masters and many white interpreters of American past always themselves as benevolent and humane. They saw what they wanted to see. By their own self-deception, they refused to acknowledge that even if they froze and didn't brutalize their slaves, they were still human beings of their dignity, self-possessions, and liberties because they were considered inferior. He said, We need to revisit those methods of survival. For real, for real. The recorder punctuated in the obituary for the Bain children with a poem. Their lives, how could might they have been if they had grown in years? How dark, how deeply stained with sin, with weariness and tears, how happy thus sink to rest, so early numbered with the blessed. Okay, whatever. They was trying to be all crafty. You ain't Langston Hughes, guys. Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. It says, Judah, on the other hand, tried in court and found guilty of murder by a jury of white men. No surprise there. Her sentence on November 26th, a profound sentence, reigned in the court as the judge addressed her. Judge Stephen told her, "You have been indicted, tried, found guilty of murder of the most cruel, aggravated character. A murder by circumstances which every and sympathetic feelings of human heart, and the preparation of this erroneous, enormous and diabolical plan for which you are about to suffer, and for which you will soon have account to your God. Not one intuitive, extenuating circumstance is found. No circumstance. Never mind that she was enslaved in the first place. Never mind that the daily indigence and accumulation of trauma of the plantation life. Never mind being overworked, deprived and of adequate food, raped and separated from her family. The framing of Judah in the writers and the judge, who all back slack-jawed dumb about her possible motives, is so telling. All of them were so shocked, arrogant, and condescending without an racist self-awareness. White. That's how they do it right now today. Yes. I'm kind of, I kind of knew the story was gonna go on like that. This is a very long one, so I'm gonna skip down a few paragraphs because we're gonna go over the page. Patreon. So how you might feel about Judah's actions, symbol of her story, a light on some most hellish circumstances in which our forefathers and sisters found themselves and how they reacted. We can never get us inside Judah's head because the truth, thoughts, and words of hers were lost in history. She did what she did and what she had the power to do. The truth about resist messy, it's ugly, and the human response is not always. I like that. Well said. He said lack of nutrition can make you go off the deep end. Hell yeah, they make commercials about it all the time. You hungry? Grab a Snicker bar. Said Dr. Bain's children were not victims. Neither were the children killed Turner or his relevance, nor the score of other white killed by other enslaved women and girls. They were victims of the censure of racism that inspired black women and girls to resist all the way they did. I feel some type of way about that ending right there, because that's almost like one of them. There's bad people on both. It's good people on both sides, bad people on both sides. Shit, you can't on one hand talk about all the things that justify why she snapped, crackled, and popped, and then turn right back around and say they were victims of sadistic culture. Because it means you make an equivalency together. She was with those ancestors told her to do. That's probably have a she probably did have a in there. All right, listen, what are we doing on Patreon? Because I don't hold you, but I'm emoji foja. Scoja, I'll be in on code. Let me look here and see what Cuzzo sent me. All right, so there's a third of a pickup up in Texas and a crash that killed 9 people. I'll talk about that. That seems pretty interesting. Also, Noah issues warning for Kanye West and Kim feud racial slur. That's because Trevor Noah is a Kuna Matata. Yeah, I said it. It says black TikToker who coined a vice he is called out and creates a sound without crediting her. I for always stealing some shit. He said a century later, the death of an Indian man is a lynching instead of a suicide. See, there they go with that old trying to the moving shaky wiggle. See, y'all not the right with problems. All right, I got plenty to talk about. Matter of fact, Mr. Von Savage should be tapping in by then. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm emoji, fold you, and scold you being on code. And I love this beat, so take a little music before I lose it. A little something smooth for you. Something to calm your little nerves down so you can get off my damn nerves. Calm your little nerves down there, little boy. Get off my nerves, little boy. All right, but anyway, y'all know my slogan. Please, anti-black racism of places. Twenty-eight of y'all in the Patreon. Like Tia just said, do description. It's up in there, or to keep it P raw. That's where we going, y'all. Keep it P raw. So if you're not, I'd like to see you. I'll see all of y'all up in. This is gonna be a little mess, but you know, I've been divulging a lot of information about myself lately. So if y'all wanna learn a little bit more about me, let's hop all over there. I'm a little private now. I don't like putting my beeswax out there like that. But my family can talk about it. And it's Thursday. So y'all know what to do. Come on over there on Patreon. See you there, man. Y'all heard what Tia said. Y'all better listen. Mama should be trying to tell y'all right now is what she be trying. Now what she said was like, share, subscribe, comment. All y'all, I see all y'all look at who in there. I know it's on other platforms too. So please, Twitter people, please, Facebook people, I think Twitch people too. I don't know if I can see the on them other platforms. Man, come check in the 3 YouTube channels. It's 3 of them. You can comment at any one, whichever channel is comfortable for you. But come on, let me see you in the house. Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up. Don't make me 5 heartbeats on you now. Now take these commercials, man, and come and see us on the Patreon side of the game, boy.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that ride before you went on stage. I told you motherfucker I got your money yet, man. What the fuck you mean you ain't got the money yet?
Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, See, I don't play with this shit. You don't
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like midnight. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working real shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trip.
Hey Ray Ray. Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Russian cream, leaves, Keith, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it.
Music TV.
Did it just stop? Well, that's why. All right, y'all. I was waiting for.